Hello stars, welcome or welcome back. My name is Aster. If you are new here, I'm a reader and a writer. We are gonna do the same thing that we did last week. We're gonna do a reading vlog because I'm just such in a reading mood, which typically when I read a lot, I don't write a lot, and when I write a lot, I don't read a lot. How these go with me, you will get my reactions throughout the entire book, but I will not tell you what's going on. You get reactions, not spoilers, because I'm well aware that some people have not read the books that I am reading. Some people want to read the books I'm reading. So I am not going to tell you what's going on, but I may make you want to read it yourself. That's the goal. You should read it yourself because honestly, reading is the best. This week, we're reading The Mistake by Elle Kennedy. Let me take this sticker off. I am Canadian. That's why it has the sticker that says Canadian, because apparently Elle Kennedy is also Canadian, which is exciting. There's not a lot of Canadian authors. If you saw last week's video, which is currently uploading, I went to the bookstore at the very beginning to get this and Reckless. I read Reckless last week, which is the 4th book in the Chestnut Spring series, and I'm so excited for Hopeless. Don't even get me started. But I read The Deal right before Reckless, and I was really excited for this. I read The Deal because I watched Off Campus, and I was hooked. I really wanted to read it, and I was actually pleasantly surprised with it. Usually I'm the kind of person that can't read a book after watching the series. I need to read the book first, because if I know what's going to happen, then I'm not as interested in reading it, which is horrible and I hate it. But The Deal surprised me. Like, it was a bit different from the series. You know, they have to change some things up. It was different enough to keep me on my toes and to keep me surprised, but it wasn't so different that I was upset that either the book wasn't like the series or the series wasn't like the book. They were both good in their own ways. They both stayed, or the series stayed accurate to the book, but did it in its own way. And I don't know about you, but when watching Off Campus, John Logan was my crush. So I'm so excited for this one, and I'm so glad that this one's actually the second one in the series. And I love Dean and Allie. I think I got the score as well, but I was more excited for this one. And okay, special edition hardback. Didn't plan to do this. They did not have the paperback version, and this was like 47 bucks. So this was expensive, and I wasn't going to, but if you look, they have illustrated, colored photos throughout the book. And so that's what made it worth it for me. I was saying that I kind of wished I read the book first, because I could only see the characters as the actors. And I wish I could have seen them beforehand. And if they had the hardcover of The Deal in store, I would have looked to see what the drawing of the characters looked like, but they didn't. Anyway, this is what we're reading. What other books do I have? Because I read Reckless in 2 days. Last week's video, I've said this, was meant to be a partial one-day reading vlog. It was 2 days, and I finished the book. I've loved that whole series. I got the score, again, we like Canadians, and The Love Hypothesis. So I've read one other book from Ellie Hazelwood, which was Deep End. I didn't know these were in the same universe. Olive and what's-his-face came up. Olive and Adam came up, but I didn't realize they were these people. I didn't realize they were those people until Olive Smith came in. Once I finish this one, those are the 2 books I need to read before I can actually go and get Hopeless, which I'm dying. Anyway, we're just gonna start right off. I think I covered everything I need to. It's Tuesday today, so we have a lot more time. Since this is still uploading, I am going to start reading this in here, but I will switch to my room the moment that finishes, because I prefer reading in my bed. I did just remember, I read the snippet that was in The Deal for The Mistake. I read that, so I'm gonna skip to where it ends, which I think was just the end of the first chapter, but I don't know. Okay, that doesn't need to keep the tab open anymore. Some of officially able to run. I did just start on chapter 2 because yes, that's where we start, where the preview ended. I forgot. I guess since we were through Garrett and Hannah's point of view in the other one, but they're just sitting around talking and Dean's there. And Dean is, you know, the resident player in the group. And just very graphic conversations, and it's kind of hilarious. I just forgot about that because the last book, Reckless, wasn't as vivid in their conversations. Like, again, they didn't get together physically until like 2/3 to almost 3/4 through the book, and obviously they created a baby. So that night was just referred to as that night until almost the very end of the book. So we didn't get a lot of sexual talk in that book, but in this one, right off the bat. All right, we're in bed. We got the book, we got the snacks. We are ready to start this. I'm very excited. I almost read this one last week because I was like that excited for it after reading the preview. I just finished chapter 2, and they're actually so cute. So, as you know, sorry, for clarification, what happens in the first few chapters isn't a spoiler. After chapter 3, depending what happens in chapter 3, I will not tell you, you know, what's going on after that. But as chapter 2, it's so cute. So he went to the wrong dorm. He went to the freshman dorm and accidentally knocked on her door, and they ended up, for some reason, deciding to watch Die Hard 2 together because he's trying to, you know, get away from the house for a little while. But, you know, we got just a little bit of her before, and she was just like nervously blurting things out. But she's actually really cute. I'm so excited for this. She seems a lot more like innocent, which is different from the books I had been reading. I mean, they're in college. She's a freshman in college. They're quite young, whereas the other books, the Chestnut Spring series, they're adults. Like, I think Winter was 30-something and Theo was 28 or 29, so they're older. So obviously they're not quite innocent. It's been a while since I've had an innocent character. She's adorable. I want to just protect her. First line, John Logan is in my dorm room. No, John Logan is on my bed. I'm happy. I was so hung up on Hopeless. I was worried that I wasn't gonna get into this, but to be honest, I was so hung up on this that I was worried I wasn't gonna get into Reckless. So there's always another book in my mind, but once I get into the book, usually I'm good. Also, I'm switching the snack out. We're gonna switch from shoelaces to cheesies, the crunchy kind, because they're the best. And I have to be very careful not to touch the book with my cheesy fingers. It's a pretty book, don't ruin it for me. Well, you were looking like you wanted me to kiss you, so I was thinking I might do that. Okay, I need to breathe and actually read the sentences and not skip 20 of them at a time. Grace is hilarious. I'm loving her. Finished chapter 4. I'm on chapter 5. It was hot. And then it was really awkward. But that's to be expected. We're dealing with college students. I forget that. Grace is probably younger than me, but Logan might be the same age. Okay. Just finished chapter 7. I don't like her best friend, to be honest. And okay, I just don't like her. I can't tell you why. Just read the book and I'm pretty sure you'll understand. I wish I kind of hope that by the end of this book, she kind of distances herself from Ramona and is like realizes that, hey, she deserves to be treated better than how Ramona treats her, because it's so annoying. And she just apologized, but I don't believe that apology for a second. I believe she meant it. I believe she's being honest, but I don't think she has the maturity to actually change based off of that apology. I feel like she's going to do what she did again. He showed up. He kissed her in front of everyone. I adore that. Like, this is how far I am, by the way. I'm in the middle of the chapter because I couldn't pause. I haven't even finished the scene yet. That was just like not something I expected of John Logan, but I am so here for it. That just made me so giddy. So giddy. I haven't even finished the page yet. She is so cute. I am living for Grace. I forgot John Logan and his acronyms. I forgot about that from the first book. Here's the photo. This is the first photo we got inside the book, not including the very front one of just them on the ice. Sorry, I just popped into a different graphic that was fucking hilarious to look at. I don't know the context behind that, but I'm so excited to get to it. We're about to switch point of views. This is the second time we've had a paragraph defending her best friend. Like, her best friend hasn't done anything wrong yet. She gave a questionable piece of advice, which I really hope Grace doesn't follow, because that would be hard secondhand embarrassment if it goes wrong. But we're on chapter 12, and this is the second time she's feeling the need to defend her best friend to herself. I hope it doesn't last, which feels like a shitty thing to say, but the first impression we had of Ramona wasn't great. And although this moment is super sweet and they seem super close, if it was always like this, it'd be great. And I get it, friends fight, but I personally wouldn't want someone who treated me like Ramona treats Grace in my life. And it's kind of depressing just to read, and you shouldn't need to be defending your friend to yourself. If they're a friend, they shouldn't be doing something that needs defending, you know? As long as she doesn't repeat something similar to what she did, then okay, one mistake is fine. That mistake just came very early. Like, we didn't have any time to get to know her or even like her. So, Grace, going right for it. Let me finish the paragraph. I'm nervous. How is this gonna end? I jumped ahead. Not on purpose. Things were getting heated, and we have his inner thoughts going on, and he obviously did not intend for this night to go the way it's going. And it's making me nervous, so I jumped ahead, and I caught on to two words. Hey girl, tell him that before you take your clothes off. To be fair, I wouldn't either. Oh, he's about to fuck up. Go Grace for standing up for herself. Fuck. I'm glad I didn't go farther, but like, shit, bro. I don't like her. I plain don't like her. Within a chapter. Yeah, I gave her a chance for a chapter and she fucked it up. And we're about to get into Grace's point of view. I mean, unless she put her up to it, but I don't see why she would. Because Grace has nothing to gain from that. So, I just don't like her. Plain and simple. 10 skip. Which is kind of a guaranteed in second chance romance, but fuck. It's May now. So it's just been a month. Well, we started in April. I don't know how much time they spent together, but my question's been answered. 8 days. The whole stuff with them was 8 days. We somehow managed to skip time again. It's June. We'd won one chapter in May, and now we're in June, and I don't think she comes back to early August. So far we are in chapter 16. This is a bit of a roller coaster for me. Also, I agree with Grace because she's not answering Ramona or Logan. I'm not too happy about Logan because I like him. He can just be a dick at times. Well, okay, no. Sure, he was dickish in like the first thing, but cutting it off when he did with the assumptions that he had was right. It was the right thing to do. But I can understand why she's hurt because of it. Ramona, on the other hand, is just like a bitch. So, just don't like her. And, okay, for fuck's sake, everyone keeps telling her, like, oh, remember when she did this for you? It's been, like, what, 13 years? She's, like, been such a good friend, even if she's, like, selfish at times. I'm like, yeah, but it's a fucked up thing to do. It's my cat. Come on. Come on. Yes. All the way. Thank you. What she did was fucked up, and I don't think anyone should have a friend that treats them like that. Psst. Mason, stop scratching the carpet. I just don't like the fact that everyone is trying to convince her to stick around and like stick it out with this friend. Like, oh yeah, she's been there for you, she's done good things for you. That doesn't change the fact that she did shitty things to her too. Like, I couldn't be friends with someone who never fully learned when they were crossing a line. Like, yeah, we all make mistakes sometimes, we all fight. I cannot say that me and my best friend don't fight. We argue. We're stubborn women. But doing the shit she does, it's like she never processes how that would hurt her friend, someone who she claims is her best friend. And how can you not think about your best friend? Say and do shit that is literally the worst possible thing you could do in that situation. Like, I love to see like the best friend in a novel being adoring and close, and like they can trust each other and tell each other anything. That's someone they can fall back on. And Grace has her parents, obviously, but you don't tell your parents everything. You're supposed to tell your best friend everything. But her best friend can't be trusted with jack shit, and it's pissing me off. Okay, it's about 8 o'clock now, so I'm going to take a break, give myself some space away from my book, which seems like a weird thing to say, but I can get so absorbed in my books that it consumes every hour of my day, which isn't good. And if I do it like that, then the emotions in this book become my emotions, and I'm gonna start feeling like how Grace is feeling, which is obviously not good. This is where I am right now. Either way, I'm gonna give myself a break so I don't dwell. This is why I stay away from books that make my heart hurt, because I get too focused on them. Anyways, give myself a break. I'll be back in, I don't know, whether it'll be tonight or tomorrow. I will see you guys later. This is a really cute moment. I have started reading again. First chapter. I'm so glad that they're finally having a conversation again. There's 3 chapters without them. Like with just them separately. No fun. Don't ask. I wanted to show you the next photo I found. This is actually such a cute photo. This is my favorite so far of the ones I've seen. I don't know. She's just so pretty. He's just so charming. Okay, I'm back on the floor because I'm not even going to attempt to put you up there again because I don't want to risk knocking my very full drink over. I was gonna call it a can. It's not a can or a bottle. I'm about to go to bed for the night because it's probably like 11:30, 12 right now. I'm about that far in, so I'd say just about halfway. This is what I've read. I know it inverts it, but I think that's halfway. If anything, I'm a bit more than halfway. So I think there's a good chance I could probably finish this tomorrow. Okay, recap on what I've read today. Ramona pissed me the fuck off. Logan, he fucked up, but I think he made the right decision for the place his mind was at the moment. Grace, I understand her frustration. I'm very happy with how she's dealing with it with Ramona. And which doesn't mean like completely ignoring her. She's being amicable. But with Logan, she's definitely being harder on him. I don't want to say I don't agree with her. Because yeah, if that happened to me and then a guy came back and being like, yeah, actually, like, I don't know if it was end of the day or the next day, but it was pretty damn soon after that he was then trying to call her and apologize and be like, actually, no, I do want that. And I'd be like, fucking mood swings. Hello, I'm not signing up for that. Book logic compared to real logic. In a book world, I'm like, yeah, why don't you forgive him? Obviously, he's sorry about that. He doesn't feel the same way. Real logic, yeah, like hell, I would ever agree to that. So I do definitely agree with Grace, but it does, she's dragging it on. But she's right, you know what? He's got to grovel. He's got to prove it. He can't just use words. He's got to prove that he wants her and that he's not going to backtrack like he did before. I keep forgetting that she's 19, which means he's probably 21. So they're children still. I say this as a 21-year-old, but I can't expect the same level of maturity as I have been getting from characters that are late 20s, early 30s, which is just what I've been used to. All right, I'm done work. Oh my goodness. I'm done work. I showered after work because I didn't feel like showering beforehand. And then I got myself my lunch. I got myself my book. And we are going to read some more for lunch. I have tteokbokki. To be honest, don't think I've had a proper meal in the last like 3 days. So I needed to eat something. And this was all I had left. Like, other than like snacky food. Like we have people over every Friday, so we have a lot of snacky food for when they come over. We don't have a lot of meal stuff left. I'm out of my noodles. Tteokbokki was sitting there for a while, so I felt like I should probably eat it, and it's the only thing that resembles a full meal. So I mean, it's a snack. I think tteokbokki is like a street food. It's meant to be a snack, but it's all I have, okay? We are on chapter 21. Damn, self-control. I'm impressed. I'm happy, though, because we're in Grace's point of view right now. in the last book I read, when the guy pulled away and was like, I need to fucking control myself because this isn't how I wanted the day to go. I want to be a gentleman. She, in the last book, saw it as an insult. Like, oh, he doesn't want me. He's not attracted to me anymore. But in this one, like it says, like his expression's so his expression's so tortured, you think he'd been waterboarded for 3 days straight. You can tell he hates the fact that he pulled away, that he has to pull away, but he's like, no, I'm doing this right this time. I appreciate that. Hey, Walter, baby. I think you're about to meet my cat. Come on. This is Walter, everyone. Just turned a year on the 17th, July 17th. He loves sitting on my books when I read. Dude, it's not even laying down. Walter, I was reading that. Do not scratch my book. Put those claws away. Walter, claws away or you're getting kicked out. I know. We're so very happy. But your claws. Put those claws away. Claws. Hey? You're not allowed to scratch my book, babe. I like my books. And I was reading that. You make it very hard to read when you sit directly on top of it, and I don't know why you do this. Thank you, babe. I'm petting you. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. He is a nice cat. Don't let this deceive you. He's just in a playful mood. Ow, your claws are digging into me, babe. I have this hand chain. It is connected to me. It's welded as well as with the other bracelet there. They can't come off. And I don't want him to rip them off with his nails. That's why I react so much when he claws onto my nail. Okay, one, wasn't able to finish the tteokbokki, but yes, he was just leaned on it, just the corner. Why are you being such a bitch right now? You were so friendly earlier. I'm a little nervous for what's about to happen. Either Logan's about to fuck up again, or we don't like the other guy. And he's been fine so far, but interesting. Didn't think they were gonna do that. She told him. What? Guys get over things so much faster than women do, and it's fucking hilarious. I have a feeling these guys are gonna be best friends. They're gonna be best friends. This is fucking hilarious. I swear the asshole is sweet. He was just being an asshole. He's defending him now. Like, the other guy is being like, yeah, you gotta give him a chance. He's a good guy. He's saying that about Logan. They're genuinely friends now. They're like best friends. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, they're kind of friends. Oh no, he's standing up for him. No, they're best friends. He stayed at his house till 4 a.m. They made a crime syndicate together. 2 things. First off, we did come up to the 3rd image. 4th? 3rd? I don't know. This is the one that I flipped through and accidentally saw and is actually fucking hilarious. It's at the beginning of a chapter this time instead of the end, which is strange. I'll show you it in a second. But the other point, I agree with Grace this morning. Like, I think last night I was a bit iffy on like how harsh she was being just because it's a book and not reality. But I do totally agree with her. Like, She might even be better than me. She, I think, is creating a list. Yeah. She gives me the list, so it's on the back, so it's public knowledge. She's like, yeah, do these things and I'll give you another shot. I haven't read the list yet, but I don't know if I'd even go that far. Like, they knew each other for 8 days, and however much you can like someone in 8 days, I don't think it's enough for me personally to get over what happened. So go her. But I now agree with her skepticism, because she mentioned that she's like, I'm not even sure if you like me or if it's just an ego thing for you to try and get over. Like, is this just your ego talking? And I feel like that's the exact mindset I would have. I just think I'd be a lot harder to convince than she would be. Here's the photo. Oh my god. This is the one I just happened to scroll past, and it's fucking hilarious. So I haven't gotten the context for this photo yet. I must say, I like Daisy much better. She's so much better. Chapter 24. I so desperately want to see this list. We just got to the scene that's in the photo. I want to know what's on the fucking list. This is hilarious. How did she word this? Like, what? My question's been answered. The list, it said she wanted him to send her a boudoir shot of him on a red velvet chase lounge. Fuck, I love Grace so much. Guys, I spilt my fucking iced tea again. You know the drink I spilt last night? Also iced tea. I just don't think I'm allowed to have iced tea anymore. I was trying to pick up my phone because he completed the list. Still haven't seen the list and majority of what was on the list that he had to do, but I think we saw maybe 3 of the 6 items. No, 4 of the 6 items. 5? 5 of the 6 items. Most of which just mentioned in passing, but we still know what they were. But that means he finally got the date, so I'm very excited. Told you he's nice. At least he's not in the book this time. Thanks. Chapter 29. I didn't realize how far I had gotten into the book, but I'm enjoying it. I'm excited for this weekend. Actually, I just found out, I was scrolling through TikTok a bit, that a lot of people actually didn't like this book. I'm liking it. I like their dynamic and everything. A lot of people's favorites seems to be the score, which is next, and I have the score and the love hypothesis waiting for me, so I could go right to that one. I don't know, we'll see at the end of this. I'm sure there's a snippet of it, but we'll see what I'm feeling. I'm excited for what's gonna happen here. I love him. I love him so much. And here we are again. He just looks like he wants to read the book, actually. I'm okay with that. He's not getting in my way. Isn't that right, baby? I just checked. I have 4 more chapters left. Chapter 31, and there is 35 chapters. So we're close. I didn't think we're that close for how big this is, but I think there's a fairly big section about the score in here. Okay, we got to what I think is the last photo. Haven't gotten to this scene yet. Some of these seem kind of randomly placed. For the most part, they've been at, I guess there's 4 in the middle. The first 2 were at the end of the chapter that the scene popped up in. The one with the chair, I think, popped up earlier in the same chapter. This one, I haven't gotten to the scene yet, but it's like in the middle of a chapter. And it doesn't, this isn't the chapter that has it. So let me go look at the other one. It's at the beginning of chapter 23, when the beginning of chapter 24 is the actual scene. So the last two seem kind of randomly placed, but I imagine this will happen in chapter 34. Okay, that was actually so cute. I do need to check something though. So I finished, obviously. This last little bit is the section of a next book, but it's not the score. It's the Graham effect, which is, I believe, Hannah and Garrett's child, one of them. I'm not interested in reading that quite yet, so I'm not gonna even read that, but okay. I'm shocked to learn that there are people who like just really do not like this book. I thought it was so cute. It's definitely different from what I had been reading. I'm still dying to get back to my cowboy romance, Chestnut Springs, but I have a few books left to read still, unfortunately, but that's okay. This is still a good book. I still loved it. Grace and Logan, to be honest, I might prefer them over Hannah and Garrett. I can't even remember the book, to be honest. It was like 2 books ago. I was so focused on off campus. They kind of blended together a little bit. I will probably be going right into reading the score. I don't think I'll start the score tonight unless I'm really feeling it this evening. I'm gonna give myself a break, watch some YouTube or some shows. I'm not decided yet, but I will bring it out, so at least it's out here when I do decide to read it. You've seen Walter. This is Winston, his brother. Same litter, but he is my best friend's cat. I live with them. Cutie. I liked it, basically. The end did make me emotional. There wasn't a huge build up to it, but I'm thinking that that was the same with the deal. But yeah, I'm gonna go put this away and I'm going to rest for the evening. I will see you when I start the next book, whether that be The Love Hypothesis or The Score. I'm not entirely sure yet. Okay, I lied. We're starting The Score right away because that's what I decided I want to do. I think everyone I've heard from has said The Score has been their favorite book in the series, and I think even Al Kennedy had said that this ended up being the most favorited book of the series, especially because people were pretty pissed that it was Dean and Allie instead of Dean and Sabrina. Yes, he's still in here. Anyways, yeah, I am starting it right away. I'm liking it, actually. Their dynamic is kind of funny. Dean's kind of funny, you know. I mean, we've got him in the other ones. He was always like a comedic break because, you know, he sleeps around so much, so people tend to use him as the butt of the joke. But I'm curious because I think it says something changes in his life. Yeah, life rocking changes strike. So something happens to him and he kind of seems a bit wary, so I'm curious of what happened to him and his past and all that. Yes, there's another cat at the door because I closed the door so I could do this. But I'm curious. I am very curious to know more about them. So I'm excited for it. Do you want to go, baby? Or are you content in my arms? I can't turn it off. Thanks. He's falling asleep. I told you he was sweet. You have to believe me. He's a sweetheart. He just had a moment of bitchiness. We all do. You can go say hi. I have no problem with it. Okay, I don't know why, but I absolutely adore him calling her baby doll. I know he calls everyone that, but like, I kind of find it attractive, and I don't know why. I don't think I should. It's one of the weirder ones. I don't know how I'd react if a man actually called me baby doll, but I don't know. Just attractive from him, I guess. Damn, Allie. Didn't expect you to be so kinky. Dean has red marks on his wrist. Some of you will know what that means. Other people will just have to read the book if you're okay with spice, because obviously there's spice in this. I was not expecting that. Honestly, Allie seemed like a sweet little thing in the books. Not so much the show, but the books seemed like a sweet little thing. But she's kinky and I'm living for it. Okay, made it to chapter 5. I'm actually going to take a break now because I took maybe like a 30-minute break and then started reading again. I need a bit more of a break, but I am enjoying it so far. Still very early stages of the book. To be honest, I didn't intend to start this today anyway, so it's Wednesday, by the way. Okay, I have started reading again. I'm on chapter 7 now. Would you like to come up? And I just remembered something from the show on like Dean and Allie's story, because they're doing this Dean and Allie season next, and so they kind of started integrating it into one of the last few episodes. But I remember something from that I hope doesn't happen. Like, it won't be a big deal if it does happen, but I kind of hope that was just something the show added. Yeah, you want to come all the way up? Okay, come on. Just wants to be held. He was fine when I was reading, but the moment I sat up, he was like, hello. Apparently also doesn't want to be on camera. It's out of food, so I gotta go get him food today. As soon as my friend's off work, right? As soon as Auntie's back, we can go. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Speaking of Auntie, update. She did just text me, that's why I ended that video, but she would like to go get her nails redone. So we're gonna stop by the mall. I will possibly go to the bookstore, so if I do, I'll bring you guys with me. And then we're gonna go get these guys food. I think that's why he's being so cuddly, is because he's hungry. To be clear, they ran out in the middle of the night last night. I checked before bed, as I do, and they still had, I guess I didn't check, I heard it go off before bed last night. They have an automatic feeder, and I heard the food fall out, so I know they have food. So they just haven't had stuff to eat today, but it's okay. I know you secretly steal the dog's food anyway. Kibble's like the size of his head, but have you guys seen Ace? I don't think so. He hasn't been up here. We have a big 130-pound dog, and he is Walter's favorite person ever. Walter's very much a dog kind of cat. He loves his dogs. This way. I did make it to the bookstore, by the way. I'm just with my roommate, 2 roommates, and the child that lives with me. The only book they have though is Reckless. It says they have Hopeless somewhere, I just don't know where it would be. So I'm gonna go. I might need to ask someone. I hate asking people. I don't like being social. FYI, they did not have the book, so we're just heading home now. Oh dear lord, I think the first half of that video didn't like save, so let me just go over the first half of it one more time. So my lord, today's been a lot. We left for the mall around say maybe like 3:30, and the plan was to go to the mall, she gets her nails done, I go to the bookstore, and then we go get her hair done, dentist, and then we drop her off because my roommate and best friend has a trip this weekend. And so we went to the mall, and they were like, yeah, no, I'm sorry, we're really busy, we can't do right now, can you do like 4:30? And her dentist appointment was at 5, so she didn't have time then. She was like, how about 6? Does 6 work? And so she was like, yeah. So okay, so we leave, we then go get her hair cut instead, and then we go to the dentist appointment. That dentist appointment, I swear to God, it was an hour and a half. That was the longest dentist appointment ever. So by the time we get out, it's 6:20, so she missed her appointment, but we're like, we're gonna try and walk in anyways. So we go back. At this point, we now have our other roommate and the child that lives with us, and so we go, or sorry, our other roommate is the mother of that child. He's 5 years old, so I don't feel right calling him a roommate. Anyway, we go back to the mall. They go to get their nails done. I take the kid and we go to the bookstore because he's not going to want to sit there for like an hour while they get their nails done. He's not going to be quiet. He's not going to be happy. So I take him to the bookstore, as you guys saw. And so we walk down. We go to the bookstore. I got to look for my book first because I know exactly what I want. He doesn't know what he wants. So I look on the shelf. It's not there. I look on the computer. It says they have 4 in stock. So I kind of glance through the tables. I'm not finding it. So I'm like, okay, let's look for what you want. Let's go scan around a little bit. He can't find a book he wants, so he's like, can I get a toy instead? I'm like, it depends, it has to be a small toy, but we can look at them. He's like, yay. So we spend like however long, 20-30 minutes looking at the toys, and then my roommate calls me and she's like, hey, where are you guys? I'm like, oh, we're at the bookstore. She's like, still? I'm like, yeah, are you ready to get done your nails? Because I'm like, this is not long enough for them to get their nails done. I know, I've gotten nails before, they're not long lasting because I can't afford them anymore, but anyways, she's like, they didn't have time again. So we've just been slowly making our way over there, kind of getting distracted by stores or whatever, but we'll meet you guys in the back there. I'm like, okay, great. And so they come in, they take over looking after the kid while I go on a manhunt for this book. I'm looking around, like searching through all the shelves that I can think that it would be on. Like I found the authors section and it wasn't in there, but like all like the, oh hey, these are cowboy romances because it was just a Stampede. These are bestsellers. These are book of the month. I'm like, whatever possibility could be there. I'm not finding it, and eventually my friend's like, do you just want me to ask someone? Because I was like, originally I had planned to ask someone, but I couldn't find someone in my section. I'm like, I don't know if they have departments. Can I ask someone that's in the kids section to look for a book out in the like adult section? And so she's like, let me just ask. So she goes ask this guy, and he's like, yes, I can help with that. So she brings him to me. I tell him about the book. He's like, okay, let's go look. We go to the shelf. He's like, okay, it's obviously not here. He's like, you've already looked here? I'm like, yes, I have, and yeah, it's not there. So we go look on the computer. He's like, what's it called? He searches up. He's like, yeah, we have 4 in store. Let's go on a manhunt for this. Let's go on a wild goose chase. And I'm like, deal. So we follow him around the store. We're like speed walking. He walks fast. He was not joking around. And all the same tables I went to, he's looking again, and we're like, yeah, it's not there. Or he's like, okay, so let's go search it up again. So we go back to the computer, we search it up again. 4 in store. He brings up the ISBN and he scans it. He's like, okay, we got 4 of these books on the 19th. So he's like, I think they should still be in here, so let's look some more. So we go to a few different tables in the back, some that are hidden away, I think like popular on Book Talk and like popular romances. Like we're looking around those kind of tables now, and we're looking, and he's like, it's still not there. So he's like, okay, you know what? He's like, you guys wait here. Let me check the back. Let me see if it's in there. When he came back, he did not have a book. So he's like, okay, just give me a few minutes. I'm gonna try and find it. I'm gonna look for this book real good. I'm like, okay, you can go right ahead. So we stayed there for a good few minutes, and he came back. It was probably like 20 minutes we stood there, and he came back. He's like, I'm so sorry, we can't find it. He's like, I had multiple people looking. I'm like, it's okay. I'm like, I'll come back another day. He's like, yeah, I'm really sorry. We really did look. And I heard him talking to another person. And I think being like, hey, have you seen this? He was like, yeah, we had 4 people looking for it. And they're like, they all couldn't find it, but we got them on the 19th. And it's the 23rd today. So unfortunately, no book for me, and I was really excited. I was really looking forward to that book. I do have to go back and buy some more books because I have my annual cabin trip, which is the trip I go up to Saskatchewan. I'm in Alberta. I have to go up to Saskatchewan. Oh my gosh, I go up to Saskatchewan to visit my dad's side of the family, and we're out there for a week. So I will be bringing lots of books so I can read because I love to read. As you guys know, I mean, hello. Anyway, I'm gonna read The Score some more. We're not too far into it. Still pretty early on. I am liking the dynamic in this. I know this is everybody's favorite scene, and I've heard snippets of the call Dean scene, and I'm looking forward to it. I don't know anything other than just her being like, can you call Dean? And Hannah being like, Dean De Laurentiis? She's like, yes, Dean, call him. And him coming in, he's like, baby? That's all I know. And I don't know the situation behind it, but I know shit must have happened to Elle because she does not sound happy in that scene. Anyways, I'm excited for this book again, so I'm gonna read that. And I will, what do I have to read after this? The Love Hypothesis? Oh shit, I'm on the 3rd out of the 4 books I bought already. What the fuck? It hasn't even been a week. Jesus. I think I'm gonna have to try and order Hopeless to the store. I was seeing if that's cheaper than just ordering it to the house. And then I'm gonna have to find some new contemporary romances to read because those have been sustaining me lately. And I need to continue to be sustained because I've gone so long without reading and I miss it. I'm on chapter 11. It's about 11:45 to 11:50, so I do need to go to bed because I do have work in the morning. I was kind of hoping to get halfway tonight, but obviously since however long I spent outside of the house, I only got that far into it. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this book tomorrow. I have just a little bit of work to do tomorrow, which isn't bad. I'll probably get off early, and then I don't have any plans for the entire evening because, like I said, my friend will be gone, so I'll be able to just kind of read. It's gonna be weird not having her in the house. This is the first trip she's taken since we moved in together. But yeah. Damn, Dean! He's dirty talking hard, and I'm living for it. I have started again. I literally just started. Reading is never a peaceful endeavor. I don't... Oh gosh. Oh, he's coming up. Okay, gonna take a break. I'm about halfway now, so it's looking, I was gonna say promising, but I'm like, there's no real goal here. It's just finishing the book. I'm enjoying it so far, of course. I'll probably read more tonight because you know me, I can never stay away from a book. So I'll read more tonight. I have plans tomorrow afternoon, but I'm pretty sure I'll probably read in the morning as well. But I'm just a little tired, so I might go down for a little nap. Okay, just started up reading again. That last chapter, I was kind of shocked. Like, I didn't expect the conversation to get so deep. Like, I was worried how that was gonna go. Like just, he was telling a story, and I was worried how the story was gonna end. It was like, they're usually just so fun and like so lighthearted, you know? It's not anything serious. Okay, that's a lie. Actually, there are real emotions in this, but just very rarely from Dean. So that story was, wow. It was unexpected. It almost had me really worried, but I'm happy with the ending, so we're all good. I'm on chapter 21. The running joke about when Logan walked in when Dean was in the bath, and, you know, Allie hid and, you know, what Dean had. The running joke is actually hilarious because it pops up every once in a while, but it's like, it's not like an every chapter kind of thing. It's just every once in a while they'll be like, oh hey, look what I found, or it's just very funny. I very much enjoy it. It just popped up again, so I thought I'd mention it because I love the fact that they didn't just immediately forget it, because no boys would ever forget that. Anyway, their dynamic is just so cute. Like, they have like the dating dynamic without actually dating. They're quite literally doing everything you would do in a relationship, but without the titles, and they like seem completely fine with that. Also, don't question why I only have my thumbnails on. They are stuck on. I can't get them off. It's the same for my other hand. Don't mind my hand in the camera. Okay, I'm at a scene that I had seen before. Like, it came up on like Instagram or something. People like highlighted certain sections of it, you know that. And I love that. How can I describe this without spoiling it for you guys? They're at the apartment, someone's banging on the door, and they're calling out for Elle, and they're like, open the door, goddammit. And it's like suddenly Garrett is wide awake, and he goes, and he just, you know, Garrett being a man, protecting the girls, and I adore that, you know, stepping up to Allie's defense. I love that. Garrett's a good man. I don't know if this is the Claudine scene. We'll have to see. I'll update you. I'm really excited for that scene. I don't know anything except for Claudine. Once again, love Garrett. Just a little farther into the scene now. Garrett. Love Garrett so much. What the fuck? Like, I didn't like him before, but I like him even less now. What the fuck? Fragile masculinity match. It is the Claudine scene. It ends on the chapter, but I feel so bad for her, but I'm like also so giddy because like, Claudine, please, I need him. I'm loving this. That scene did not disappoint. I loved that so much. For this far into the book, now I did get booster juice. I didn't go out, I got it delivered. And now we're on to the next scene, and the mugs that Hannah and Garrett are using. Those are fucking hilarious. I love them. But that scene didn't disappoint. Oh, I love that scene. I can't wait to see it in the show. What? No. Chapter 29? What? You can't be serious. I'm scared to read chapter 30. You can't be serious. This isn't happening. You can't be serious. I vaguely heard this. I don't know why I didn't think it was real. I had heard like whispers and stuff, but I didn't think it was real. What the fuck? That far into it? What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, fuck that. I need a break from that. I stopped halfway through the chapter, just when the POV switched. I'm going to the mall for a little while. We'll see you guys later. Okay, I'm back. Cooled down a bit. I also got a Slurpee because I did finish my booster juice. We're ready to finish this book. We're finishing it tonight. I swear to God, that outing was the weirdest one ever. Like, how do I describe this? So my friend's boyfriend thingy was over because my friend's sister was paying him to clean her car, and he asked me, he's like, hey, do you want to go to the mall after? And I didn't respond at first, and he's like, let me explain better. My friend's birthday was the other day, and so, sorry, I'm so out of breath. When he learned she didn't get anything for her birthday because she just turned 22, we're kind of out of the birthday gift age, but when he learned that, he was like, I'm gonna get you something. And apparently he said it a lot, but he's like, I don't know what I'm getting her, so, and I don't like the mall alone, so do you want to come with me? And I'm like, yeah, I can come with you. And so, first time hanging out alone with him, very weird. Not as many awkward silences as I thought there were gonna be, thank God. He's part of the group that comes over every Friday for D&D, so I know him well enough, but either way. And he's been here when I've had a few parties with him over, so we've gotten drunk and we've talked before, but We went to the mall. First jewelry store we went, we found something she'd like, so we're like, okay, great. And then we left, but as we were walking into the mall to begin with, my friend texted me, she's like, where'd you go? I'm like, what the fuck? And like, I tell him that, I'm like, she has my location, I just didn't think she ever looked at it. And he's like, yeah, why would you think to look at it now? It turns out her sister had said that we'd left together. And so she's like, so where'd you guys go? What are you guys doing? I'm like, she's like, how'd you convince him to go with you? I'm like, we went to the mall. I told her I went to go get a book, which is a lie. I'm gonna get a book anyways, but I told her, yeah, it was like, I went to go to the bookstore and I didn't want to drive there on a Saturday, and her car's bigger than the kind of cars I'm used to, so I'm just like, I asked him to go, and I bribed him with food. I told him I'd buy him food. I have no idea if she believed that lie. All she said to that was, oh, I'll tell her the truth when she gets the gift, but it still makes me a little nervous because I don't like lying to her, and especially about like a boyfriend thingy, because that can get messy real quick. I'm not the kind of person that would ever go for my friends' boyfriends, but your best friend goes out with your boyfriend thing when you're in a different province. Reason is believable because, trust me, I go to the bookstore a lot, but is believable, but it still seems a little weird that out of everyone, because she left the keys here, she said I could drive her car whenever I want. I just don't want to drive it to the mall on a Saturday. That's also believable. I hate driving. It's a slippery slope. Your mind can kind of run rampant a little bit there, so hopefully she believes it, and hopefully he gives it to her soon, so I don't have to keep lying, because that would be so very awkward. But either way, we're laughing about it because we hadn't even stepped foot in the mall yet when she texted me, where'd you go? I'm like, how the fuck did you know that so quickly? And the mall is like a 15-minute drive from here, so. And then he bought a Slurpee as thanks because he didn't know what she'd like. He's never noticed her necklaces before, but he knew she wanted one. And she hasn't been wearing one lately because they make her skin itchy. She has sensitive skin, so. Very strange day, but I told him he finished cleaning the car at the right time because yes, I was about to rip this book in half. I was not happy. I'm still not, and I'm a little scared to continue doing this, but we're going to. We're going to. Okay, I'm on chapter 33. I must say, the grief shown in this is, it hits. Like, I wasn't expecting such deep grief. I had no warning, okay? I mean, I had a warning I didn't believe, but I wasn't expecting it, okay? It was unprepared. I was unprepared for it. And just how heavy I feel after reading through it tells me that it's like good writing. And I am shocked. I'm so sad. So I have 3 chapters because I haven't actually read 33 yet, but I thought if it was gonna happen, it would happen earlier in the book. And so when we got to the like halfway point, I'm like, okay, I think I'm fine, you know, I'll survive. And then a couple chapters ago and bam, my heart is heavy. You coming? Oh, you're gonna sleep right where I sleep? Okay, we are done. The only thing that's left in here is, sorry, it's not an epilogue, it's a snippet of the next book, The Goal. For some reason, it doesn't say sneak peek or the goal or anything. Well, the way that this book ended, I have a pretty good idea what the next book's gonna be about. I haven't decided if I'm gonna read this yet. I don't know if I plan to read The Goal, but generally this book, yeah, I'd say this is probably my favorite in the series as well. All of them were good. All of them were good. But this one kind of shocked me, specifically towards the end. I mean, you saw that shock firsthand. And I wasn't expecting it, you know? Definition of shocked. Good ending. Yes, don't worry, there is a good ending. I wish there was an epilogue because, oh, I don't know if there's an epilogue in The Deal, but I had the special edition of The Mistakes. Maybe that's why I got the epilogue of them. But there wasn't an epilogue in this one, and I kind of wish, because I would love to see what they were like later in the future. I know there is a book based on their children. I've seen the whole timeline. The only thing that's on here for Campus Diaries is the Graham Effect, and I know that's on, I think, Graham and Logan's kids, but I don't know, to be honest. I have no idea. I can't believe that's finished. It's, I don't know, like 5 o'clock. Time is it, Mr. Wolf? It's 4:22. I said earlier that there was one thing they did in the series that I hope they didn't do in here, and I was right. It did not happen in here, and I'm so thankful, because I don't really like kind of what happened in the series between Dean and Allie. And if you've seen the series, I think you'll probably know it's like quite literally how the last episode ended. But for the sake of no spoilers, I'm not going to tell you what it is. So I'm just going to say a quick goodbye now. I mean, we got 2 books done this weekend, and that was pretty nice. I've been reading so much lately, and I'm so happy about it. But yeah, next week will most likely also be a reading vlog. I'll probably be going to the bookstore again in that time, because on August 1st I go over to my family's. I'm spending a week over there, and reading is my main entertainment out there, so I need to get a few more books. I hope you stars enjoyed, and I will see you all next week. Okay, bye bye.